Hi, Jerry. I've been tinkering around this with a couple of tinkering around with this for a couple hours. Let's see if we can get you some information that will help you. So the first thing we want to do is go back to the home page of the assignment. So I'm going to show you where you should be. Now, there's been a few assignments where I've been worried that maybe you haven't responded to the prompt precisely. So I want to make sure that you are reading the instructions and accessing them for the assignments. And then if you do have questions, you're letting me know. I want to say that your topic is a difficult one. And I mentioned, I'm not sure you're reading my feedback because I mentioned in a couple of spots that we are writing a Rogerian argument in this class, which means you have to begin with a debatable topic. So salvation can be very debatable depending on how you write about it. And the summary of the sources I've read from you so far seem to me more that you're talking about how to obtain salvation or what the fruit of salvation is. So if you're going to take that angle, you have to make sure that those things are debatable. Like if you think that salvation requires A and B, you need to find somebody who thinks salvation requires C. Or if you think salvation is necessary, you need to talk about people who think it's not necessary, or people who think it can be obtained by faith in Christ versus people who think it can be earned through good works. So you have to have some kind of position like that. Based on the summaries I read in your last gathering resources, it looked like most of the sources were agreeing with you. So you want to make sure that you have information on both sides. So this gathering sources of statistics is the fifth assignment of that nature where you are gathering research to help you. So if you are in week 5, if you open it up right here, this is, let me in fact go back so you can see that. So we go to week 5. I want to make sure you're accessing all the hyperlinks, and you may be, but I just wanted to make sure because there was a couple times it seemed like you had not. So gathering sources for your research paper, you open this up, and inside will be all the information you need. So I'm hoping that you've been opening up the assignments. It's getting toasty in here. I'm in Nashville, and it was warm all day long, then cold tonight, and so it's hard to predict the temperature. All right, and anytime you see a blue underlined thing, that's hyperlinked. So we're going to go to, it says using the LibGuide statistics page, so we're going to go there, okay? And so they give us a couple different sources here. Let me move my picture. They give us Statista or statistics and statistics LibGuide. So let's first check into this one and see if we can search for something that will help you. So it gives you a search bar. First thing I searched for is what you've talked about already, which is salvation. And some things do come up, okay? Maybe not something that's going to be what you're interested. So then the next thing I went to was church growth. See, that salvation should be reflected in that. Not sure that I like any of those. Let's try maybe too long of a search term. Yep, too many things. So your best thing to look there was for salvation. I checked in a couple different terms. Let's see, I did salvation, church membership, church growth, and tried to see something that might be helpful. And I did find something. Let me try one more time. What did I research for? Oh, Christianity. Christianity. And I got some good hits on that term. All right. Christianity in the U.S. So you open this one up and you scroll down and look. So let's pick one of these we want to do. The largest U.S. Christian denomination by number of adherents. And this might not be precisely what you're looking for, but if you were to submit the information you find on this page for the assignment in week 5, you could at least demonstrate to me that you're interacting with the statistics. So it says Orthodox Christian, and we were right here, 1,056,535. So I'm not sure what the bars here are. You'd have to look that up. But these are the faiths, and these are the number of followers. And the year is 2010, so number of adherents. So you can see that Orthodox Christianity is pretty slim compared to Catholic, according to this. So what we've got evangelical Protestants, so that's probably where we would fit. Orthodox Christianity, I'm thinking that might be like Greek Orthodox. So you can see that there are more Catholics in the United States in 2010 than evangelical Christians. You could look up a chart like this, largest U.S. Christian denomination by number. So I don't know if that will work for your research or not, but you could at least compare, we claim to have this many believers in the United States. How many of those actually have experienced salvation? Because surely some people say they are and they have not. So there might be a way that the statistic could show up in your paper. And that's just one source I clicked on. You truly have to click around and see which of these articles is going to have the statistics you want. But let's go back one more time. Yeah, they had Christianity in Britain. That could be interesting. All the way back. So you can see there's a lot of articles. So a big part of this is the first page you'll come to, is just knowing what search terms here to use. Now, one other point, if you are not finding the information you need, you should call the Steelman Library. It's the Southeastern Library. There's a phone number on the Southeastern website, and ask to speak with a reference librarian, because they will be great about helping you to find resources related to your topic. They'll know the search terms, like I'm going salvation, believers, Christianity. I'm trying these different sources. They'll know the ones that will help yield the best results. All right, so we checked that one. Now we're going to check this one. Now this, the note here says you're not going to find the answer here. You're not going to find the statistics, but we'll find a source that will lead us to the statistics. So if you look at what we have here, we have all these different thematic or disciplinary groupings. General, crime, education, health, Africa. None of those sound like what we're looking for. Health, historical, business and economy. Religion. There we go. Okay, so there are two separate databases listed here we can try. Let's try this first one. Okay, so look at all this stuff comes up, and here's your search box right here. Let's try Christianity here. Well, look at that, what you come up with. Quite a bit of stuff. Let's try salvation. Southern Baptist Convention. Let's check that out. Okay, so let's see. Trends in membership, congregations, and clergy. Let's try that one. So we're going to click on that. Let's do how is the number of congregations, how has membership changed over the years? Now look, you get all these graphs, and you could say in 2008, the number of clergy has increased, while the number of congregations has stayed about the same. Members has continued to go up right up to 2008. So there's some really clear statistics for you. Again, not sure exactly how you will use those, but they might be useful to you. Okay, so that was the first database there. So we clicked on the Association of Religion. Okay, now try World Christian Database. This one was a little bit more tricky. It comes up with a site where you can click right here, like on religions, but there's nothing else to click on that I could find. So what I did is I took the World Christian Database, and I'm going to click online and see if I can find somewhere, closing a few things here, I got a lot open, if I can find a way to access that database. Well, when I researched World Christian Database, look what I came up with. All these YouTube videos, and that database posts some of their statistical analyses or articles to YouTube in video form. So Renewed World Christian Database demo, data on Christianity in cities. Pull that up.
Province homepage.
Look at there. Look at those statistics for you. Okay, so you've got some statistics. So we kind of did the back door to find the statistics through the World Christian Database, because Southeastern, ironically, does not carry this database. At least that's my understanding. So we are able to find some sources on it anyways. All right, well, hopefully that will help you know what we're looking for. And all you have to do in the assignment is write up the statistics and say, in the World Christian Database, I discovered that in Brazil, the population is 19,900,306. And of that population, 11,612,75 are Christians. That is 90% Christians. I've heard they're having kind of a revival over there. So, but look, it goes Mexico, whoo, gets higher. So, and you really want to be careful to read your statistics carefully and make sure you're interpreting the graph. I'm doing it rather hastily right now, but make sure that you're interpreting it correctly, what it's actually saying. And all you need is a couple of sentences reporting a few statistics that could be used in your paper. I think the most important thing here is that you're demonstrating you are able to review databases to find statistics, because you're going to write papers after this one, and maybe you won't use statistics in this paper, but you will need the skill of finding statistics for the next one. All right, Jerry, I hope that helps. Please reach out next week. My best advice is to read the assignments at the beginning of the week, know what you're up against, and email me early on if you think you're going to need help. I'll be praying for your success. Thanks. Bye-bye.